Okay then, so now we've got to solve some crimes, and to do that we're going to use our database table and we're going to set some queries. But first of all we need to know what we're going to query. So if you click here on the unsolved crime document, we have got 15 cases for you to solve and you've got to carefully read them through. So as you can see on this version, we've started to highlight some of the data. So let's have a look how we'd solve this one. So case 1, the stolen statue. And witness number 1, Lord Duncan, 61, height. Yeah. Witness number 2, witness number 3. Lord Duncan, we were returning from the ball and as we entered the driveway, the alarm bell rang out loudly. I jumped out of the rolls and went to investigate. A figure just a little shorter than me, ran past carrying a duffel bag. So let's do that as the first part of our query. So his height is 170 and we need a witness just a little shorter than him. So if we go to our database, and here is a crime scene database, and what we want to do is create, and see it says query wizard. Yeah, we're going to create a simple query and we need all of the information from this table. And when we click next, we want the details, show the details for every field. And what we're going to do here, what title for your query, we're going to call it crime 1 and click finish. So that's laid out the query. As you can see at the moment though, crime 1 hasn't filtered anything out. And to do that, we've got to go into design view. So if you go home now and go to design view, now we can start to enter the data. Now do you remember, it was a little shorter than him and he was 170. So what we're going to use is the height field, and what we want to use is the criteria is going to be less than 1 meter 70. So we would then like to sort it based on the results, and we would like it to go descending. So the height's getting shorter. So less than 1 meter 70, and when we run that, we now have all the suspects who are less than 1 meter 70. Let's go back to the document now and see if there's any other filters we can add. So if we go back now to the Word document that we were reading and look for the next clue. So we now have all the people who are a little shorter than him. And Lady Duncan, as the person was running past me, I struck out with my umbrella. The person fell to the ground but scrambled up and escaped into the night. Lady Duncan, you must have injured the thief. Catherine Willows, test the blood that was found on the broken glasses. I've made a drawing of some footprints found outside the broken window. It looks as though our thief was wearing high heels. So what does that tell you? And the blood sample belongs to group O. So can we add some information there? So if we go back to our filters now, go back to the design view. I think the blood group was quite easy to do. Criteria O. Oops, that was 0. O. And we know that they were high heels. So I'm going to go for gender is going to be female. Now let's run that query. And as you can see, we now have 2 suspects, but only one of them is wearing glasses. So I now think we have a suspect to interview. Blood group O, a little bit shorter, 167. So I think we should go and arrest Emma Hunter. So hopefully now you've seen how to solve some of these, looking in all the different filters. And what we now need to do is just add some information to our presentation to prove that we solved crime 1. So I'm going to go to the sheet here, and it is the stolen statue, case 1. So in your PowerPoint, here we go. So new slide, and crime 1, stolen statue, And we just need to add some evidence that we set up the queries. And what we can do here is go back to the design view and take a screenshot. Do you remember how to do this? So if you press Windows and type in snip, and you can load up the snipping tool. So here's the snipping tool, click new. And if you screenshot this, it only takes a second just to prove you set the criteria up, and put that in the PowerPoint to show that you solved the crime. And here is it. Here it is, and we can see that we've solved the crime here. And who is your suspect? Go back to your database, run the query, and Emma Hunter. And a quick snip of this as well, snipping tool, a quick snip of this just to prove. There we go, and into your PowerPoint, paste that in there as well, and then maybe add in the text box, suspect Emma Hunter with glasses, and you might want to highlight the key information there. So then you've just got to spend your time making this slide look nice and neat so that everything for that crime is clearly evidenced. That you've got the filters, you've looked through the query results, and you've got a suspect who you would recommend to go and go and arrest for further questioning. I hope that gives you an insight into solving all the crimes. In the filters, there's lots of different ways of doing filters. You can do between, you can do less than, greater than. A quick search online will show you how to enter those into the fields. And yeah, good luck. I hope you enjoy solving all these crimes.